everybody. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was so absorbed reading my book that I didn't even notice IGB Kids Club had started. It's so nice to see you though. Thanks so much for coming back this week. Reading is something I love to do. And when I'm doing it, I get so absorbed by the book that I'm reading that I forget everything else exists. I can do it for hours and hours and never get bored of it. I wonder if there's something like that for you that you love doing and that you don't get bored of. I think most people have something like that, or sometimes people have more than one thing that they love doing. But everyone's different, aren't they? And those things are different for different people. I wonder what it is for you that you love doing. Maybe it's playing with toys or playing games. Or maybe it's being arty and drawing things or painting or making things. Some people love baking and cooking. That's something I really enjoy as well, is baking cakes. And other people love sports or playing outside or running or exercising. Other people love being in nature and learning about plants and animals and even creepy crawlies for some people, like that spider you can see there. Maybe for you it's dancing that you love, or making music, or listening to music. Or maybe it's none of those things and it's something else entirely. Maybe you could tell the person that you're watching this video with what it is that you love to do. What can you do for hours and hours and not get bored of? When Jesus was a child, there were things that he loved doing too. And in the Bible, there's a story that tells us about one of the things Jesus loved doing when he was a child. Do you know what it was? Maybe you could take a guess. What do you think Jesus loved doing when he was a child? Well, I'll tell you the story and see if you can spot it. So one day, Jesus' parents, Mary and Joseph, couldn't find him anywhere. They looked and looked, but Jesus wasn't anywhere to be found. He wasn't with the other children, and they didn't know where he was. Eventually, though, they found him. Do you know where they found him? He was in the temple with the teachers, and he was sitting and listening and talking and chatting with the teachers about God. He loved listening to people talk about God, and he asked lots of questions, and the adults there were really amazed by how much Jesus understood about God. So what does this story tell us about what Jesus loved to do? When Jesus' parents found him, they told him that they'd been very worried about him because they couldn't find him anywhere. But Jesus told them that they shouldn't have been worried because they should have known that they'd find him in his Father's house. Why do you think Jesus said that? Why did he say that he would be in his Father's house? Well, the temple was a bit like our church today. It was a place that people would go to talk about and learn about God. And we know that God was Jesus' parent or father, and Jesus was God's son. So I guess it makes sense that the temple, the place where people would learn about God, was Jesus' Father's house or God's house. When Jesus' parents, Mary and Joseph, found him, he had spent many days in the temple learning about God. So this shows us that Jesus loved talking about and learning about God with the teachers in the temple. It's something he could do for days and probably never get bored of. So I wonder, what's that thing for you? What do you love to do? For me, one of those things is reading, and I love reading and I can do it for days. I think it's great that God has given each of us things that we love doing. And we can spend time with God when we do those things, because God loves it when we're doing things that make us happy, because God loves us. So God's happy when we're happy. And I think it's wonderful that we can do the things that we love doing and spend time with God at the same time, just like Jesus did. Jesus loved spending time in the temple, and he was spending time with God there too. Isn't it great that God has given us each things that we love doing, but that they're all different? Sometimes I want to say a great big thank you to God for making me me, and for giving me things that I love doing, like reading and baking. Today, in activity time, we're going to be thinking about what we love doing and remind ourselves that we can spend time with God when we're doing the things that we love. So this week in activity time, we're going to be making an All About Me box. And so the things you're going to need are coloured card or coloured paper. And the colours will kind of depend on what you look like, because you might already be able to spot some of the things that we're going to make with our coloured paper and coloured card. So you can see here, I've got an eye, and so I've had to get blue card because my eyes are blue, and I've got some yellow strips of paper here. So I wonder if you can work out what they might be for. So that's for my hair. And you can see I've got some lips and teeth here, and a piece of pink card here because that's as close as I could get to my skin colour. And then the main thing we're going to need is a cereal box. So I've got an old empty cereal box here, and then just some scissors and a glue stick. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make the face on our cereal box. And we need to cover the front of the cereal box in the piece of paper that's going to be like your skin, okay? So we're going to cut out the right shape around the cereal box, and then get your glue stick and stick that on to the front of your cardboard box, like that. Okay. And then we're going to start making the face. So you can see I've made some eyes here. So I took white paper and cut out the outside of my eye, and then some blue paper, and then I drew the pupil on the inside of my eye in black pen. So I'm just going to stick this eye together. So we just need a little bit of glue. Okay, so I think I'm going to just position everything on carefully first and then stick it down, just so that I can make sure I've got everything in the right place. So now I'm going to take my mouth, and you can see as I put it together, it has quite a cartoony kind of feel. So it's not meant to look exactly like you, it's meant to look like a cartoon, and it's meant to be quite fun. Okay, so there's my slightly strange looking mouth. And then I need some hair. So I'm going to use the yellow card paper to make my hair here. Okay, and then because I've got a fringe, I've just got these small pieces here. So before you make your box, your About Me box, it might be a good idea to sit down with your adult, maybe in front of a mirror, and have a look at
the different parts of your face so that you can choose the right colour paper. So you need to know what colour is your hair, what colour are your eyes, what are your lips like, and your nose if you want to do your nose. I've not done my nose, but you could definitely add a nose. Can't decide how to do my fringe. Okay, there we go. So you can see once I've stuck that down, it's going to look a little bit like a cartoon version of my face. It doesn't really look like my face, or at least I hope that my face doesn't look exactly like this, because I think she looks a little bit strange. So let's see, let's stick on the eyes. And then the mouth. I think we need to do the teeth first. And then the lips. Okay. And then I'm going to stick down the hair a little bit later, but once you've got everything stuck down onto the front of your box, what I want you to do next is we're going to put some things inside our box, because this box is going to look like us, and inside is going to be all of the things that make us us. So this week we've just been thinking about the things that we like doing, haven't we? So this week we're just going to put the things that we like doing inside our box. So I'm going to get a piece of paper, and I've just got some leftover white paper here, which is fine because we're going to cut it up. And on my paper I'm going to write down some of the things that I like doing. So I've already told you that I really like reading, and I really like baking. And then I'm going to do one more. I also really like singing. Okay, so there's 3 things that make me me. They're the 3 things that I really enjoy doing. So now I'm just going to cut them out. And it doesn't need to be very neat. There we go. And I'm going to pop them inside my me box. So I'm going to open up the top and pop them inside. And then in future weeks of IGB Kids Club, we're going to keep coming back to our me box, and we're going to put more and more things inside that make us us. So this week we've just done our hobbies, but in other weeks we're going to do other things about us too. So I'm going to finish sticking my hair on the front now, and if you want to add any other things onto your face or onto the front of your box that make it look more like you, then you can definitely do that too. Okay, have fun everybody!
I hope you had lots of fun in activity time, making your cardboard model of yourself and thinking about all of the things that you love to do and that make you you. Keep those cardboard box models, because we might come back and use them again another time in IGB Kids Club. But for now, we've got just enough time to finish off with prayer time, and that's all we're going to do. So let's pray together. Dear God, thank you for the way that you made me and for all of the things that make me me. Thank you that you gave me things that I love doing and that make me happy. And thank you that you love it when I feel happy, and when I'm doing the things that make me happy, you're happy too. I love spending time with you, God, and I thank you that I can spend time with you doing the things that make me happy. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Okay, that's all we've got time for, so I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.